Hello, my water signs, Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. This is Carrie from Celestial Forecasts with a reading focused on what is the latest news. What's the scoop in love when it comes to you and a particular person? General reading, as always, guys. It won't resonate with every single person. Please do take from it what makes sense for you and release the rest. If you're interested in your own personal private reading, that information is down below in the description box. And I'm going to be using a bunch of different decks here today. So, of course, I'll include a link to all of those decks down below along with their creators. And let's go ahead and get started here. And, of course, cross-watchers are welcome. These are the three that we're going to be using. So I'm going to start with my deck, the Heart and Soul Love Oracle. And we'll pull a message from the Messages of Love Oracle cards deck by All Things Intuitive. And the Divine Love Soul Connections deck by Jennifer Aquarius Tarot. All right, so let's begin and see where this is going to go for you, my water signs. Angels and spirit guides, please. What's the scoop? What's the scoop in love? What's the latest news? What is it that you need to be aware of right now? I'm guided to this one. We have the Divine Feminine coming through. Okay, girl power. I am powerful, but I can be fragile. I am strong, but I can be weak. I am beautiful, but I can feel ugly. I am laughter, but I can be serious. I am joy, but I can be sad. I am love, but I can be hurt. Take me for everything that I am. Don't try to change me. I am who I am. So perhaps, my feminines, you're just wanting your masculine to accept you for everything that you represent, everything that you are. Okay, and also the need for you to recognize the power that you hold within yourself. All right, so let's go ahead and add to that with a message from the Messages of Love deck. Angels and spirit guides, please, for my water signs, Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. I'm guided to this card. We have release. Radical acceptance and surrender can help you let go. And what I kind of get from that with these two cards right next to each other, it's very important to accept each other for what you're bringing to the table when it comes to a particular connection here. You know, that radical acceptance, as it says, and to surrender and release the old way of how you guys were interacting with each other. So let's go ahead and see what else you need to be aware of here from the Divine Love Soul Connections deck. Angels and spirit guides, please, for my water signs, Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. All right, what else? I am guided to this card. We have entanglement. So sometimes these entanglements have a lot to do with outside influences, other people, possibly even third-party situations. That as well needs to be released and let go of in order for this connection to work. Okay, so let's add to this and see what else needs to come through. And I absolutely love this brand new deck that I was gifted, also by Jennifer Aquarius Tarot, and it is called What's the Scoop? So a perfect deck to use for this reading. So what is the scoop when it comes to your love life, your love connection? So entanglements need to be released and let go of. And maybe, my feminines, you are highly affected by whatever that represents, you know. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. We have giving. You know, you're very giving of your heart, of your time, of your love. And that needs to be reciprocated. And if it has not been, maybe that's why, you know, we've got so many opposing energies in this particular message. You know, I'm powerful, but I'm fragile too. I can be strong, but I'm weak as well. You know, it's like so many opposing type energies. Giving and receiving has to be reciprocated. That has to be equal. But if someone's involved with someone else, if there are outside influences and outside factors here, then there is not equality going on there. There's an imbalance. Let's see what else. What's the scoop? Yeah, the need for quality time. To be able to spend time together. And if they're spending time with other people, then they're not spending that quality time with you. So especially for my divine feminines. We have overprotective, okay? So if you find yourself being overprotective of a connection, of a person, that's because perhaps you're feeling like that connection is being compromised or being threatened somehow by outside influences. Look at this. Always on their phone, talking to other people, not spending that quality time with you. So take that if it applies. They're just not able to give of their time and energy to you is what I'm feeling due to these entanglements. And for my divine feminines, clearly that's very painful. And it might have even gotten to the point for some of you where you had to detach, you had to let go of your divine masculine because they just weren't as engaged or as invested in the relationship. So that's an issue, you know? What else, please, for my water signs? Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. What else for the collective? Abundance looks pretty good. So money matters certainly could be looking up for some of you, especially if, for example, you've just recently secured employment, or maybe you've gotten a raise in pay or a promotion, maybe. So maybe you're coming into some money and some abundance in that type of way. But abundance comes in many forms, and that can certainly include love and affection from the person that you care so deeply for. But also, if they're not paying attention to you, if they're not spending time with you, if they're involved with other people, you could certainly bring in that abundance into your own life, you know? Let's grab one more card. What else for my water signs? Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. So take whichever one of these messages applies to you and your situation. When it comes to a particular someone that you're watching for, wanting to provide for you. Okay, so abundance, money, finances, that could certainly be happening. So maybe for some of you guys, things are looking up when it comes to finances, and the both of you being able to pool your money together and provide a better life for each other. Okay, so take that if it applies. But what I'm truly getting for those that resonate with this is that there's a bit of an imbalance because we've got outside influences coming through here. And bottom of the deck, we've got escaping. So divine feminine is represented here in this reading. So it could be you, my feminines, that felt the need to escape a situation with your masculine because they might have been investing their time with other people. So take that if it makes sense, if it applies for your situation. That is what's representing itself here. So let's see what else. What else is coming through? So I'm going to go ahead and grab some insight from the Pining Rose Love Oracle deck. This is by Calico Moon. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. What else do we need to know here? And you know, sometimes you just have to find that power within yourself. We have red hot, followed by unstable, look at this, and unfaithful. So at one point in time between you and this person, whoever it is you're thinking about right now, things were hot and heavy, the chemistry was there, the fire, the desire, it was there. But right now it's unstable because it's clearly indicated so far anyway that through these entanglements, They're talking to other people. They're spending too much time on their phone. There's infidelities here, third-party situations. They're unfaithful. So if you haven't let them go, then you guys are having some major issues, perhaps at this point in time. But you still feel that soul connection, despite all of the drama that you've had to deal with. You still feel the connection. So some of you might be focused on an ex. They are an ex-lover for a reason, because they were unfaithful to you. But look at this. Maybe it's not over. Okay? That, of course, is up to you if you would entertain this person back in to your heart, into your life. So, you know, maybe these entanglements are a thing of the past, but for some of you, I'm just really feeling that this could still be going on right now. But this message is right next to the ex-lover. So maybe they don't want it to be over. Maybe it is you that released them, my feminines. Maybe that's why these cards are coming up next to each other. The divine feminine released the masculine because there was cheating and infidelities going on in the connection. So if third parties, if infidelities are a thing of the past, and why things are so unstable between the two of you, it could be that this soul level, this soul connection that they still feel with you, it's still really strong. And so therefore maybe through distance and time, they realize what they've done, that they made a mistake, and they're wanting to bring this back together. The next card is, you are my light. You represent that light in their life, in their heart. Look at this. They want a reunion. Okay? They recognize what they've done, but they want that reunion with you. Can't make that up. There we are. Third-party situations were a part of this. For some of you guys, you know, that might not apply to every single person watching this, but we've got unfaithfulness, we've got entanglements, we've got third parties. And that is why things are more than likely at a distance for those of you that resonate with this reading. So we're going to have to grab some tarot here. Let's see what else. I'm going to use my tarot teacher. Angels and spirit guides, please, focusing on water signs, Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. What else do we need to know here, guys? What's the scoop? What else do we need to know when it comes to this love connection? What else do we need to know here? So we've got the Six of Cups coming up in the reverse, which cups represents your own water energy here, okay? In the upright, it typically represents happy memories and feeling nostalgic. But in the reverse, it's someone who needs to let go of the past. It's someone who might be living in the past. But it's also a card of moving forward. It's a card of growing up. It's a card of having matured and realizing that they did wrong, you know? So I have a feeling here, whoever was unfaithful in this partnership, they see the light, so to speak. They've had that epiphany, that wake-up call, realizing what they have done. Through the Ten of Wands here, they've been carrying this heaviness around with them. You see, they stress themselves out. And you yourself, my water signs, you could have been just overall burnt out by this whole situation. And clearly they took you for granted. They took you for granted. They were unable to spend that quality time with you. There was an imbalance as far as giving and receiving. You know, always on their phone, right? Always on their phone, chatting other people up. Third-party situations, right there. Entanglements. But if you're open to forgiveness, if you are open to giving your person another opportunity to be a part of your life, we've got the Sun right here, followed by the Three of Pentacles, representing much needed collaboration and teamwork in this partnership. But you guys can still have this happiness that the Sun can bring in. A union, a reunion that might lead towards long-term commitment, that might lead towards marriage for some of you. So yeah, entanglements, third parties, that is coming through here. And maybe that's why we've got this, because that's a thing of the past. It's time to let it go. It is what it is. It happened. You know, neither of you have a time machine to go back in time and fix this and to undo the damage. You know, it's done. And maybe your person really wants to communicate with you. They're really curious, you know, where are you at in your heart, in your thoughts? Would you give them another opportunity to be a part of your life? And maybe they're thinking that you've got other options, other choices when it comes to love and romance. Maybe you do. So the opportunity for this person to come back in, it's here. You know, it's represented here in this reading. But maybe this is you, that you want to just escape all this drama, and maybe you're just ready to go in a whole different direction and not even entertain the possibility of them coming back. But what I can tell you with that Six of Cups in the reverse is that they want to come forward with an apology. They want forgiveness. So my feminines, I mean, there's a reason why this is here. Your divine masculine wants to come forward to perhaps apologize for what they've done. Are you open to that? Because you guys can still be happy, but it requires two people to be able to dedicate time and energy and effort towards this connection, towards fixing the trust issues and the whole situation with the third party and whatever these entanglements involved. Because it was very hurtful. And that's why there's this very heavy energy with that Ten of Wands. This was not easy. Someone entertaining way too many options, which is why we've got that Seven of Cups also. Okay, so let's go ahead and grab some dialogue messages here. I'm going to go ahead and pull from my Thinking Man Oracle. I'm going to use the Volume 1 version this time. Angels and Spirit Guides, please. Focusing on the Divine Masculine for my water signs, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. What does this masculine want to say to the feminine? Okay, well, we've got quite a few. We'll take them. Let's start over. Okay. Cupid's arrow hit me hard. You put love into the word lover. Okay. But look at these next two messages. Interesting. I'm not done healing. I need more time. Please continue on your healing journey for me. We both need it right now. Okay, so for some of you, it comes down to timing. There is more healing that's needed here. So we might have a masculine who's finally recognizing the error of their ways and what they've done and the hurt that they put the feminine through. And my feminines, maybe you're not even anywhere close to accepting your masculine back, and maybe you do need time to figure this all out and to heal. This is very interesting. Take it only if it applies. And it does say, hell hath no fury like a man scorned either. So we have a masculine here who experienced infidelity in their own partnership. Because obviously we're not always out to blame the masculine in the situation here. So they experienced infidelity. And maybe what they did was they turned around and entered into another situation that was just as complicated. And that, in and of itself, turned into a third-party situation also. So that could have been the situation for some of you. And again, that won't apply to everybody. All right, so that's what's coming through from the divine masculine there. But we do have masculines here who are wanting that reconciliation, wanting forgiveness, wanting a new beginning, wanting to start over. All right. So I'm going to pull messages from my Real Talk with Her Words of Wisdom deck, focusing on the Divine Feminine here. So my feminines, where are you at in the meantime? Where are you at on this journey? You have found the love of your life. Now go and live happily ever after. So this is a beautiful message, yes. But what I'm also feeling for some of my feminines is this could be what you're saying to your masculine who cheated on you. It's like, go ahead. Go live your best life. Go live happily ever after with whoever this third party situation represents. So in a way, you know, it's kind of coming through as a bit of a sarcastic statement. It's like, you have found who you thought is the love of your life. Now go and live that life without me. But on the other side of that coin is, if you guys can start over, and if you guys can get past the pain and the hurt of what has caused the rift between the two of you, then yeah, you've got the sun right here, so you can have that happily ever after if you're open to it. He meant what he said the first time. All you need to do is listen. So if you have a masculine that was pretty forthright with admitting perhaps that they were involved with someone else, or that there were entanglements, and maybe you weren't having it, or you weren't listening, or you ignored whatever those red flags were. That could be the case for some of you. But also, due to the trust issues here, if what your masculine is wanting you to know and understand is they want another chance to be with you, and, you know, if they did say that from the very beginning, after all of this, after the dust settled from all of this drama, you need to find it in your heart to be able to trust what they told you the first time, because they're coming from a place of authenticity and the truth. Let's see what else for the feminine here. What else, please, for Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, focusing on the Divine Feminine? Yeah, you've learned your lesson. You have learned your lesson as a result of this experience. So you're better equipped to deal with whatever life hands you in future relationships. The truth really does set you free, always. So yeah, facing the truth of a situation, or finally hearing the truth from the person who is being deceptive towards you. And look at the next card. Trust that heart of yours. It will always tell you the truth. So there's something about facing the truth, the need for the truth. And obviously with entanglements and third parties, there's sneaking around, there's deception, there's secrets and lies. That's not coming from a place of truth. And that is a lesson that you needed to learn, my feminines. And that's the most valuable advice, experience that you have gained as a result of this very painful experience. And if you're open to it, there's the opportunity to heal, there's the opportunity to move forward, there's the opportunity to start again and claim this happiness that the sun wants to offer you. It's either you reconcile with somebody, or this is a part of your future where you can find your happiness after having learned these lessons, after having gained the wisdom from past actions to help you guys move forward either individually or together. But through the Three of Pentacles, this is about teamwork, guys. So as long as you're both all in and willing to put in the work to salvage this partnership, you guys can still find the happiness that you both deserve. Okay? So I wanted to go ahead and grab some songs here from my Heart Songs of the 90s deck, wrapping things up. If you're not familiar with the song, see if you resonate with the lyrics. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. All right, let's grab some songs here. All right, we've got 3. So that's quite a prominent number in this reading for the obvious reasons, but let's take a look at the songs. One Sweet Day, Mariah Carey with Boyz II Men. Sorry I never told you all I wanted to say. Now it's too late to hold you 'cause you've flown away. So far away. Never had I imagined living without your smile, feeling and knowing you hear me. It keeps me alive. So this is for those of you that are in separation. So more than likely, my feminines, you have detached from your masculine, and they're feeling it. They're feeling the emptiness. They're feeling the pain, the void as a result of not being with you. Look Heart, No Hands by Randy Travis. It took a little time to get up to speed to find the confidence and strength I need to just let go and reach for the sky. You know, sometimes it felt I could fly. No doubts, no fears, just like when you are here. No chains, no strings, no fences, no walls, no net. Just you to catch me when I fall. Okay, so this to me represents two people, despite all of the obstacles, are able to find your way back to each other, to be able to be there for one another, to catch each other when you're both feeling weak and vulnerable, and perhaps being able to find forgiveness in what has happened in the past. And lastly, this I Promise You by NSYNC. When the visions around you bring tears to your eyes and all that surrounds you are secrets and lies. There we go. I'll be your strength. I'll give you hope. Keeping your faith when it's gone. The one you should call was standing there all along, and I will take you in my arms and hold you right where you belong till the day my life is through. This is what I'm getting for some of you. Take it if it applies. So you've experienced heartbreak. You have experienced infidelity, being the victim of a third-party situation. There was someone in your life the whole time that loved you, that was there for you. And maybe this turned into something very special after the fact, having gone through heartbreak in order to experience such a beautiful love with someone who was right there all along. You know, this could have been a love connection that was right under your nose for some of you. Someone that can heal that broken heart of yours. Someone who will be there for you for always. Someone who won't break their promises. This is someone who will keep their promises. So take whatever part of that makes sense. Wow. Some pretty intense messages represented here, my water signs. And as always, take whatever part of it makes sense. Clearly, there have been some very difficult energies represented in the connections for some of you that resulted in heartbreak due to trust issues and infidelities and third parties. We've got a masculine here for some of you guys that's wanting to start over. Okay, so if you're open to that, the ball is in your court, my feminines. And, you know, for some of my feminines, clearly what's represented here is you've learned a lesson, a very valuable lesson, and now you're better equipped to deal with love and romance and the good and the bad experiences that life will hand you so that you can avoid future heartbreak perhaps, so that you can find love once again. Okay, so that's where I'm going to leave this one, my water signs. Some pretty intense stuff coming through here. And again, take whatever part of it makes sense. If you are interested in your own personal private reading, that info is down below. Thank you guys so much, and I'll see you next time.